Over there! That's gonna hurt! Dirty monster! It's not mine! You're mine! Shit! You! Get back in!
I cannot enter.
Captain X! Help! You damn strangers are attacking me! Yes,
This is Braille. I need someone who can read this.
What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment, I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages.
In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust.
It's locked.
It ain't human! Christ! He's dead!
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
This one's mine! Bloody bird! Fuck! He's dead! I'll send you to hell! Kill it all you deserve! Get them weapons up! It's a leech! Get it! It's too fucking low!
It's locked.
But the suffering continues.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they?
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their sights on you.
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I'm capable of.
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly disappear into the shadows.
You are right. And you have served me well, mortal. Take this as a reward for your time. Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll keep that proposition in mind. Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense, now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else?
Would you say you and...
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul.
Who are...
Is
I'm...
no.
You...
Why? I'm...
Would...
No.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Fear and disgust on every...
It's locked, all right.
Blood oil with the fever. Benefit of the doubt.
Doctor.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
I have retrieved your letter, Mr. Goswick. I can...
Thank you. This is for you, then.
I think you should talk to your mother.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
I've read your letter, Mortimer.
There's nothing more to say, really.
The world is bleak, but maybe the pain we feel is...
How can we repair the world, Dr. Reed?
How pain...
So painful, I'd rather not talk.
I have to...
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Doc.
I have read your son's suicide note.
He threatened to kill himself a few times before.
Punish you?
I've known for a long time he was not happy with his life. But I always hoped he
Mortimer is extremely vague as to his motivations for...
As you say, Mortimer had no reason to die. All he said to me was that he...
Why did your
I think it was more that he could only see the melancholy fast...
What do you think he meant by...
Mortimer has always been a sensitive soul.
Do you realize your son could try to kill himself again?
I think about it every minute. But I won't stop.
You're right.
I can't give up on him. I just can't.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
I will see you later. I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
How long?
Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening to you.
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news.
That's quite a list you ordered.
This dreadful influenza, of course.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed?
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiment.
That's all I'm asking.
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following...
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr.
You have my support.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye. Good evening, Mr.
Good evening, Doctor.
Is there anything...
I'm all right.
Goodbye for now, Mr.
I will not let you down.
I cannot enter.
Not now.
It's locked. It's locked.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd.
So many deaths. And what of my own? This whole...
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye. Good evening, Mr.
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid
You are not a burden, sir.
And you have my grat.
Do you need any help?
Thank you, Doc.
I have to go.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm okay.
Your mother won't let you down, Mortimer. Don't you share her?
No.
Won't you even?
Do you want me to promise you I'll get better?
I have.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me...
Good evening.
And good evening.
I have managed.
No,
A placebo is a substance or procedure that has no actual physical effect.
You made a placebo of my project. Why?
Research has established that a placebo, as long as the subject believes in the effect, can provoke a positive physiological reaction.
Really? That's fascinating. And you want me to, what, administer the placebo and see what occurs?
Something like that, yes.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but I trust you.
Goodbye.
Disgust on every street corner.
I cannot enter.
Came here in the first place. I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Did I black out? What? What happened? Whoa, I feel...
It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right. At least Strickland can't kill anyone with this formula. It's locked, all right. It's locked.
intend to stay here until my research is complete. I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
I'm not one to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend. Come on, I don't have all night.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way, then. Thank you, nurse.
Yes, Doc?
Why then do you always...
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke.
Your dedication...
We staff get...
Exactly.
It really depends.
That's...